build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Just missed with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He parries away the left uppercut. Missing with the hook. Well done with that counter shot. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Did you see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Good defense stopping that jab. The jab just got blocked. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Which fighter is winning this bout?
I have absolutely no idea which way this is going. This is that close.
Don't give him no free shots.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Who's going to be the first one to get rocked?
Todd, have you ever heard the saying, the true power is behind the throne? It's the cornermen, it's what they say to their fighters, how they pump their fighters up. The true power is behind the throne. The fighters are the ones that have got to put it into action.
Done with that counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Nice defense on that jab. There's a counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance. On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Good counter punching. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. A perfect counter shot. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Andy Ruiz looks like he's in trouble. Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That one lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round.
That's it. Start sticking.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Good counter punch. Good job stopping that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. And he scores with the counter. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab doesn't score. Good counter punch. Counter punch caught him clean. Insane action. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Andy Ruiz is dazed. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
You know what? I've been in fights like that.
Time for the 5th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Andy Ruiz is rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and hold it right there. Andy Ruiz on the verge of going down. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Andy Ruiz is dazed. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter shot. Can't score with that jab. Has to be careful for a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go in the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can't score with that hook again. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Well done with that counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match? Here comes round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Back and forth they go in this round. Hold it right there. Andy Ruiz looks like he's in trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot.
Oh my goodness, Johnny. Oh boy, Helenius is teetering and tottering. I don't believe, hold that knot. Helenius is dazed. How did they not go down?
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Helenius is dazed. The big boy Helenius is on the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Let's talk about Helenius in that last round. So it's plan B time. And there's the bell for round 8. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Oh, that right uppercut scored. That counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He parries that left jab away. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punch. The big fella Helenius in trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what?
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Andy Ruiz is rocked. That was the moment. Hold that thought. Andy Ruiz on the verge of going down. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move.
Despite what the... Hold it right there. Helenius on the verge of going down. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. in that last round. They've got the momentum. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter. Oh boy, Helenius is teetering and tottering. And apparently no rest. And he is forcing him to take a knee.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
7, 8.
Good counter. Andy Ruiz is dead, and Andy Ruiz couldn't take any more. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I've got to see that again.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
And so far, the offense has been... Hold it right there. Andy Ruiz looks... And down goes Andy Ruiz. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.